Hey, what's up YouTube? I hope everybody's having a great day. Happy New Year. Let's talk today how we're going to achieve our 2024 goals. I know personally that every year I write things that I want to do, and oftentimes I find that I fail to do them. Why is that? Well, I have spent a little bit of time thinking about it. One of the things that I noticed about myself when I write those goals down on January 1st, normally that piece of paper with my goals gets lost somewhere and I forget about them, and then a year goes by and then you're like, I don't know what happened. I don't even remember what my goals were. So I've created a system for myself personally. One of the first things is relationship goals. One of the things that I want to do more often is to spend that alone time with my wife, to go out on dates. So how am I going to do that differently this year? Well, I actually sat down and on Google Calendar, I have blocked out a couple hours every month for us to go on a date. It could be a lunch date, a dinner thing. And I know that once it's on the calendar, the chances of me to commit to it are so much greater than if I just stumble into going on a date. Next thing is vacation goals. We love going on vacations. We love spending time with family, relaxing. And one of the stressful things I know with vacations is when it comes time to find that vacation you're trying to go on, you can often find yourself in a position where you might want to go on to a more grander vacation, but you might be limited on finances. So one thing I've set up personally this year is a separate bank account that's going to get automatic deposits every time I get a paycheck, and I don't have access to that bank account until I need to use it to book our vacation. That way I don't have to rely on credit cards. I don't have to find ways to come up with this money when the time comes for relaxing. If you plan on spending $5,000, and let's say you're planning your vacation 6 months from now, so divide 5,000 by 6, and that's what you want to save every month. And then if you get paid weekly, obviously divide that by 4, and that will get you a ballpark to $5,000. Financial goals. This is huge. I don't want to get stuck on this one, but everybody has financial goals. It could be to save money, to invest money, to pay debt off, or to stick to a budget. So I have personal goals. I'm not going to jump into them, but one of the systems I'm using is just a simple thermometer. And having this on a wall, having something that you can physically come up with a marker and fill in as you're achieving that. Let's say it's to pay off debt, and every time you make that payment on, let's say, that credit card or your mortgage, you go in there and you fill it out, and that gives you that positive feedback that you're getting by physically seeing this, and it keeps you motivated in order to do that. So I have a couple of these thermometers I'm using to pay that off and to also invest money. Okay, the next one is business goals. If you're a full-time business person, you probably have your goals laid out already. If you don't, you probably should. One of the things that I do is I buy and sell real estate. I've committed to daily identify one person I can reach out to in order to offer my services. It might be somebody that is interested in buying rentals that I could share some knowledge with and help them with the transaction. Another thing that I have developed for myself personally is a daily goal chart that I stick to, and it's been a week and it's going pretty good so far. This is one of the things that I want to track daily for myself in order for me to commit to the goals that I have, which is to improve my health. I want to make sure I'm stretching daily. I want to make sure that I make time for meditation, I make time for walking, I make time for lifting some weights, reading. I want to make sure I make time for reading, and I started doing that by just listening audiobooks as I'm walking, so I can hit off 2 goals at the same time. Drinking water. I always find myself not drinking enough water. If I have it set up and I can see it in my office as I'm walking by it, it will remind me to take that drink of water. You can see these are my daily goals, and this is just every time I do it, I just mark it off. Anytime I'm starting to slack, my kids or my spouse is able to point it out because it's right there for everybody to see. And talking about reading books, everybody has different interests. For me this year, it's going to be more mindset shifts, more business books. So I actually got this simple list off of a Facebook ad. It's like, hey, why don't you read these books instead of scrolling mindlessly? I just took a snapshot of it, wrote it down, and I'm actually using Hoopla, which is a free app you can download on your Google Play Store or your Apple Store. It links up with your local library. You can download actually free audiobooks you can listen to. So I'm doing that, whatever it's available on there, I'm just going to download, and I'm already working on my second book right now. So let's say you want to achieve reading 5 books this year or 12 books this year, just print them out and have them on the wall, and that way it reminds you to do it. I hope you found this informative. Obviously this is tailored to me personally, but you can adjust it to your own needs. And if you found this helpful, give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.